Wait, are we recording? Welcome back, 20-somethings, to another episode of 20-something. And this episode I am so excited for. It's definitely a little bit different than our typical episode. In the studio today, I have two of my dear friends, Corinne and Kass. And I was very intentional with selecting these guests for you guys today because, one, I wanted this episode to feel like, you know how when you're in a group chat with three people and it's like absolutely unhinged energy all the time? One, these girls bring both of that, but also two, I can think of very specific instances where both of these women have given me such powerful, motivating advice for me in my 20s.
Ew.
It's true.
So
and so
cute.
I hope,
right.
No, but it's true.
Very cute.
And both of you are so good at making anyone you're speaking to feel like you're their friend and feel very seen. And so I hope that all of you today like feel a little bit more seen that way. And also I know that you're going to feel a little bit of the same energy that I get from you too all the time. And right before we started recording, Kass mentioned some like goal you have for 2026, right? Like your New Year's resolution.
I saw this and I thought about Corinne. We, backstory, all met at a corporate job.
Which
would you
is
say? A corporate job.
Corporate America.
Hilarious.
Comical knowing us.
Hilarious.
That we were all
Not on brand for any of us.
the chaos.
Chaos.
Yeah, mass
But
chaos.
I'm really inspired by obviously everyone I work there, especially you two. And I'm super grateful for my friendships I took away from that. But I read this quote and I feel like I'm starting to master this. And when I read it, I thought about you. So it says, discipline is when your identity is so clear, you stop negotiating with your feelings. And I was like,
whoa. Read that again.
yeah, change
I
your
need
life.
one more time.
Go same. English,
says-
please.
Yeah.
Discipline is when your identity is so clear, you stop negotiating with your feelings. And
Wow,
you're the
that's
first
crazy.
person I thought about when I read that because, but also maybe you too, because
no.
I just
Go on
barely
the
learned
Corinne
that,
tangent.
I just barely learned that she was signed up to do an Ironman as well,
Well, then
Which
I
is
got sick and I
chaotic.
didn't even do it.
which is
so
chaotic. But Corinne is like super disciplined. And I just could not figure that out until like this stage I've been in my life right now.
Mm.
So I feel like discipline is such a superpower. You're the first person I thought about when I read that. So
Negotiating your feelings is a crazy.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that's
just-
like really deep to think about, like what
No.
that actually looks like.
Like, what do you
Yeah.
like? What is negotiating your? Like, what does that mean?
You know, when they say, like, there's that quote, like, waking up is hard, sleeping in is hard, choose your
Mhm.
hard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, I think a lot of times when it's talking about feelings, it's talking about like your feelings of not wanting to do something or like, you know, being uncomfortable.
Mhm.
And instead of like tapping into that side of your brain, you're just always like, no, like this is what I'm gonna do. Like this is what I want for myself and for my life, and I'm gonna go achieve it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think that's so kind of you to say that because I really feel like I've been struggling in that part of my life recently. So thank you.
I also think like negotiating your feelings is, I have such a clear understanding of who I am and what I want
Mm.
that I'm not being like pulled a different direction, which I
Yeah.
think like I really struggle with that. Like I was like, where am I going? I'm like inspired by so many things, want to do so many things that I think it was like really hard for me for a while to negotiate those feelings of like how to be disciplined and how to like do those things to get where I want to go.
Or it's also like DARE program growing up. You're taught to not do drugs or alcohol.
Period.
Me, I have the personality where I'm like, I'm going to stay far away from that. I've never even been tempted because that's what I decided when I was, you know, in the 5th grade.
Yeah.
Period.
But there's so many people who, you know, end up using drugs and alcohol. That's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but like, I'm sure that they probably made that decision when they were in the 5th grade too.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, that's a different way to think about it. And I think as adults, we have to make those same decisions all the time.
That's so interesting. I think that this whole like point of not letting your emotions kind of dictate your actions
Yeah.
is really hard to learn.
So hard.
And that's what I think is so awesome about having you guys on today too, is we're all in very different phases of life.
yes.
Single, woo, married and pregnant,
Yes.
which is so fun. Soon to be
It's
mom.
fun.
It's so fun.
so fun.
So, and we have our listeners are all like, I know it's 20 something, but we have lots of listeners outside their 20s, people who are single, married, divorced, the whole thing.
Well, mine
What
aren't.
eat in the whole 9 yards. Going back to like, I don't know, your whole kind of journey through your 20s, being married now, what would be like some of your, like if you could go back to your single dating self, what would the advice be, like the key thing where you're like, if I could tell that girl one thing?
Ooh. I have a good one.
Yeah.
Don't lose yourself.
Yeah.
I have dated a wide scope of men. I dated boys who wanted me to change for them.
Yeah.
All three of us have pretty loud, outgoing personalities. That can be very off-putting for some people.
That is, okay, I went to lunch with my grandma, step grandma, like a month ago. And it's like your classic grandma advice. She's like, why are you single? And I'm like, I don't know. And she was like, you're too intense. I was like, really?
You're like me? What?
Anyways.
Oh, you're talking about
not to interrupt, but I'm like, yes, people. Yeah. Keep going.
all the time where it's like, well, this girl's a lot.
Yeah.
So I've been with boys who are like, I need to talk her off this ledge that she's always on. And then I meet my husband, Tanner, who absolutely loves and embraces that side of me. He loves that I'm going to be singing karaoke on top of a table and dancing like no one else is in the room.
Yes.
He does
And
love
he
it.
sits in the corner quietly and just watches and smiles.
There's something really like when you can find a man though that just like embraces you for who you are and just cheers you on that way.
Mm-hmm.
It is life changing.
Yeah.
And so that would be my biggest advice is don't lose yourself. Be yourself 100%. There's someone out there who's going to love that about
I
you.
love
And it might take a long time to
Yeah.
find.
Yep.
And it might be hard.
But it's worth it because being with someone who doesn't, where you're constantly feeling like you have to change, not worth it.
Totally.
Yeah.
And that I would say that's one of my favorite things about Branson is Kass. Kass is very much loud, outgoing, extrovert. Branson just like loves it about her. It's so cute.
Yeah. You kind
Good
of
job
stole
finding
mine.
kings, guys.
Sorry.
You kind of stole mine because I was going to kind of say the same thing.
Yeah.
But I would say like just being maybe going off of that, just being really confident in who you are as a woman. Because I mean, oh my gosh, like women are so magical. And I would double down on like all the things that I maybe felt like I needed to hold back. I would actually like times them by 2. If I could go back and date again, I would be like more loud, more outgoing.
Yes.
Like I would just really have a clear, like confident understanding that like I can't change those things about myself. God made me that way. And like, yeah, someone will just eat that up. I think we both found people that just eat that up.
Yeah.
And yeah, just
you said something to me at your bachelorette party, which was also karaoke dancing on tables.
You guys always.
It was so fun. We were driving, I think, back to Corinne's house after karaoke or something. And you were asking me about dating. And I was saying it's the pits and wow, so much has changed. But you like said a phrase and I don't even remember exactly what we were talking about, but you were like, you need to find a man who lets you settle into your femininity.
Yes.
And I had never heard that before. And when I tell you that phrase has literally stuck with me since your bachelorette party.
Good.
Because I think that sometimes we feel like we have to develop this like hyper sense of independence. Like I don't need anyone. I'm totally fine by myself, whatever, because you can't find it.
Yeah.
And when you said that, I was like, yes, so explain that phrase.
I love that phrase. And I love that it stuck with you because I just feel like being a girl is the most special thing ever. And if you're going to be a girl, like you should tap into being a girl and what that means. And yes, we live in like a world that makes you feel like you need to be independent and be all these things. But I think like in my relationship, I have been able to relax in that energy and that part of me can settle and doesn't need to be on all the time. And also just, there's just so many fun parts about being a girl that make life so special, you know? So double down on that.
I love that.
Being a girl is the best. I would choose to be a girl over and over and over again.
In every lifetime.
In every lifetime, being a girl is so special. And the maternal side of being a woman, I can't wait to talk to you about that. And the softness of being a woman and the strength of being a woman. I mean, women are everything,
Yeah.
you know?
But I think it takes a special someone to be able to like teach that to other women. Because I have the same experience with Kass. Kass knows this. I've talked to her about it several times. Working with her taught me what it is to be a woman.
Yes.
Like I would have never bedazzled a jersey and worn it to my husband's football games.
Period.
And now those are my favorite TikToks.
Yes. And now here I am every weekend bedazzling something to wear to my husband's football games.
Yes.
Because Kass taught me what that looks like. Like you don't have to be ashamed to put diamonds on your clothes and to wear pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like put it on and be that girl.
Yeah.
And like I feel so grateful because like I don't know anyone else in my life. I can maybe think of 3 women total in my, 20-something years.
Hey.
That has like really taught me that. And Kass is the number one example.
I agree.
Of that. It's
I
amazing.
second that.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And
Shout
it's
out, Kass.
interesting because it's something that you think like maybe should come more naturally than it does.
Totally.
But I think just like in our society and day, it doesn't. And I think you literally posed the question to me. You were like, how do you connect with your feminine side?
Yeah. How do
And
you?
I was like, I don't know, hot Pilates. I like didn't have an answer for you.
What's your answer today? I'm so excited.
I honestly don't even know if I'm like that good at it, but I just try to catch myself. Like I feel like these feminine tendencies that I have where I will like double down on it and be, oh no, I shouldn't feel that much. I shouldn't, you know what I mean? Like I shouldn't need someone that to lean on. I shouldn't. And I just try to tell myself like, no,
That's
I
your
should.
superpower.
Yes.
Yeah. That's your superpower. I also think a lot of this is, I feel like I have to be like careful when I say this because I don't want it to come across in a bratty or a cocky way, but I think I've been blessed with a little confidence in who I am as a woman, and I always have since I was little. But I think like connecting with your feminine self also just reminds me of like how fun it was to be a little girl and how I like hit this point in my late 20s where I just wanted to reconnect with her because she was so fearless and like so confident and didn't like nothing could stop her from just having fun and like feeling joy. And I thought I wanted more of that in my life. And so I always think about like my little girl self. There's a big way I connect with like my feminine self because if I saw myself walk down the street today, like when I was 6, like if I saw my 29-year-old self, I would just die. I'd be like, I love her. Like I love her. Who is she?
I want to be her.
Yes.
I want to be her. I want to talk to her. And like that makes me so proud. That's what it's all about. So
absolutely.
Yeah, go back to her. Like we were just so careless and free and we didn't know the dark in the world.
Say it, girl. Say it.
So I just, I love connecting with my little girl self and thinking about her and trying to bring her out in my adult life too.
That is so powerful, actually.
Cute.
I love that so much. Do you feel like, because both of you in my head are like some of the most confident women that I know.
Period.
Do you guys feel like you've always felt that way? Do you go through moments of insecurity?
Gosh, since I've been pregnant, I have felt super insecure.
Really?
I just think it's because my body's changing and I don't know how to handle it. In the past, I could always like, go to the gym or eat better. Now my body's changing and I'm growing a literal human being.
Yeah.
But that being said, I don't feel like I have ever really struggled with confidence.
That's awesome.
I come from a mom who has taught me so much about what it is to be a confident woman, to know who you are. And because of that, I was raised in a household like that. That's all I knew.
Amazing.
Was my mom. So that's what I would pattern my life after was, I'd do things the way my mom did it. I'm so grateful because now I really do. And this might sound like, I don't mean to come off cocky. This is me coming off in a confident way. I do feel like I can accomplish anything that I want to.
Period.
I want to go make $1 million this year. I'll go make $1 million this year. And it might be the hardest part of myself because I always feel like I'm looking for something more. It's because I know I'm capable of doing that. Right?
Yeah.
I'm capable of achieving that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's similar
I love
to
that.
you.
I think I, like Corinne, have been a confident person pretty much my whole life. I remember that. was a dancer. I always wanted to be on stage. I was like the little kid, like making plays and performing I always felt like I was like on watch, I guess. So I think that made me really confident. But yeah, I feel like this is kind of a hard thing to talk about because you don't want it to come across.
No.
But I think something that's helped me with that a lot is I can't remember who said this to me, but like I'll never forget. It changed my whole life. They were like, confidence is really just your intentions. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's so true. Like I am confident in me because I have the intention of that. And like it's portrayed in a way that I can say that and not feel like it's in a cocky way because like I look in the mirror and I really believe and my life reflects the things I want, and that makes me confident because that's my intention. That's the intention I want to bring to myself and the people around my life. So that helps me a lot.
Okay, but Liv, the same question goes for you.
You know, I feel like very similar to you both. Like growing up, I love what you said about the little girl because I remember like in the soccer world, you commit to play college soccer really young. I think I was 14 or 15 when I commit. Like you're just a baby. You have no idea what's going on. But I remember after I like committed to college, I was so like suddenly doubted all of my abilities where I was like, was that just like a fluke? And there's this really sweet quote by this amazing, like one of the most amazing women soccer players of all time, Mia Hamm. And she was like, somewhere inside of you is like a little girl who just like started playing the game because she loved it, like play for her. Yeah. And I've like kind of adopted, I think, that quote to the rest of my life where it's like, I don't know, been like when you're little, you literally are fearless. Like fearless. You know that you can do anything. But you know what has been really strange? This is very vulnerable maybe is how much I feel like the first time I ever had a dip in confidence was after my dad died.
Totally.
For some reason. Like I really, really struggled like with my confidence at that time. And I think looking back, it was like very situational. And I think oftentimes when I hear people talking about like, oh, I'm so insecure, I don't have a lot of confidence, it's typically from basing it on external things going on in their life. Like I think that you're saying like your intentions, it's very internal, right? Like it's not, your intentions are not based off of circumstances around you. That's something you can control. And I think once I kind of made that flip where it was like, okay, my worth is not based on my dad leaving, which maybe sounds silly, but at the time it was like, I don't know. It's you and it's your intentions and who you are. And then I think when you're more rooted in your confidence that way, it's a lot better.
Or just like, I like what you said about the quote about the little girl in the soccer, because your intention with like being confident in sport you choose or the hobby you have is because you love it.
Yeah.
That's all it is because you love it. Right. So you're allowed to be confident in that. And of course, like everybody is insecure. I'm not saying I don't have insecure days. I do. But yeah, I love that. Like I'm going to always think about that now. Like it's that it is internal. Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of things can affect people that are external. Yes. But that's really like not it. Yes. Once you connect those dots, I think you might be a way more happy, confident person that it's mainly internal.
Yeah. And to your point about like knowing you can do anything, I think you two are both women where it's like I've seen you through so many phases of life, like our corporate days, but then also you like driving Benson Boone around in a car all day to being like, you know what I mean? And it's like yeah, she did. You started a business, like, and it's everything. Like, I think you both are such good examples of really truly being like, oh, I can do that. And just going off and doing it. Yeah. How do you guys, like for women in the workplace, because I feel like I hear horror stories all the time. Or women
want to hear horror stories?
Right? Women being like, I'm a personality hire and that's all. Like all of those things. I hear it more than you would think. Like, how do we navigate being a woman in the workplace?
Ooh.
This is a great question.
That is a good question.
It's funny because literally this week I went to lunch with my team and I made the joke. I am the personality hire.
See, it like comes up more than you would think.
And I really am.
You're not. I promise you you're not.
I am the personality hire, but I am also so much more than that.
Period.
And I know that. Period. I know that. But that being said, like that's what I say always. At church, I just got called as Relief Society president at my ward.
Oh, you are amazing at that.
Cass, really? You need to go there? Haven't you already done this? In the YSA ward? Yeah, I did. Not in Valley ward.
Gonna be good at that though. It's Corinne.
I'm so sorry. Twice. But I make the joke all the time. Like even in ward council, I'm like, you guys, I'm the personality hire here because I am. I am. However, that being said, you can still have a personality at work and still get the job done.
Sorry. And your personality, also, you've been saying this phrase and I love it, but it's like also your superpower. Like what? You want me to do the job with zero personality? Like I'll just make it, I'll do it well and I'll do it funner.
I'll die on the hill that personality hires is like the best person in the workplace. The workplace doesn't function without the personality hire. The more personality that is in the workplace makes it feel more like life, makes it feel lighter. The more lighter, the more fun you have, the more happy you are, the more happy chemical you get, the better you do in the workplace. So I wear the personality hire tag proudly.
Same.
Like I can't even believe the jobs I've had, the rooms I've been in because I'm a personality hire. And I don't care. I don't even care if that's all I am because I actually like you need the personality hire. You need us.
You do. You do. Do you guys ever run into like anyone? Like, I feel like sometimes like judging almost like our generation as a whole, like being unserious in terms of work.
Yes.
1000%.
Yes.
I hear that like more than I would have thought, where it feels like a very big kind of label judgment.
Yeah. Well, and there's definitely a balance. You know?
There is reason to it, I think.
And I think our generation's so cool because we're showing them that there can be a balance. Like
we're kind of unbothered.
We are unbothered. And we don't care, babe. We don't care. We're unbothered.
Go ahead.
But
think what you want.
I think like two things can be true at once and two things can exist. Like you can have fun and still make money. Actually, like again, I'll die on the hill that we might make more money having fun, you guys.
Yeah. I agree.
For sure. Take the stick out of your butt.
Keep my also
laugh, Linda in HR.
Hey, listen, Linda. I also think God,
there's so many names I want to throw out. No, not true.
Okay, I also think though a part that we might run into is they are thinking, hey, like maybe some older generations. I mean, they are in this position and place where they feel like I have been in the industry. I have been working for all of these years.
Yeah.
You come in,
period.
You're having the time of your life every single day.
Yeah.
And you don't want to know what I'm doing.
Right.
Sorry, I actually don't. But maybe we should.
Yeah.
Right? Like I think sometimes the reason why is because as a generation, we might be a little bit prideful because we do feel like we know what we're doing all the time.
Right.
Also because technology's changed.
Yeah.
It has allowed us to grow.
Yeah.
At the same time as technology.
Yeah.
Right.
So yes, we might know what we're doing.
Yeah.
But those people might have a hard time with that.
Yeah.
Just,
but again, I think like it's about balance. Like there's a place for us to learn from them. And then there's a place for them to learn from us. Like technology's crazy. Like I have been paid to dance on the internet. Like that's really, really crazy.
Yeah, you have.
That's really like to do like a little like on the internet. Like I have made money off of that. And like to that generation, they're like, what on earth? I'm like, no, this is the next generation. People are making 4 times your salary doing that.
And I will say, I don't feel like I hear people our age often like, oh, I'm stuck in a job that I hate. And they're like that this is what I'll do forever.
And
like typically it's people, it's like, okay. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah, me too. Like, I think like the older generation was stuck in jobs for years and they were miserable. And we're like, I could get one tomorrow. Like I'll try something else.
I know you both are married, but what do we think about the LinkedIn men? The men, you know exactly what I'm saying.
Next question.
First of all, they're not real. All their headshots are AI. It's devastating. It's disgusting.
Cass, I'm going to call you out though, because you had an AI headshot at one point.
On LinkedIn?
Not on my LinkedIn. I wanted to see what mine would turn into, but did I change my profile?
Okay, no, I will give that to you. Sorry. Didn't mean to throw you under the bus, but I do think it's
I wanted
that picture was around. And
I
you
wanted
were
to
top.
Where was it? Was it your photo at Eddie?
No,
I
knew that they made like AI headshots, and so I wanted to see what mine was.
I'm sure it was hot.
I was like, oh, I was like, okay.
Are you trying to tell me something?
It actually wasn't appropriate enough to go.
It's true.
It really wasn't.
Keep it PG, people. Come on.
It was not.
Okay, ChatGPT.
No, I just think like LinkedIn is like this bragging space. Like it's so boring. Like when I used it for my job, not literally one time did I feel joy on LinkedIn. And I just don't think it's a part of my journey ever again. And I'm content with that.
It is interesting how like prevalent LinkedIn is in sales. Like the industry we were in.
And I don't
was
like it.
Everything.
I know. It really is. It's
and I've been in sales at like big corporate companies and little startups, and it is like the same both places.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting social media.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's used as a social media. I
agree.
truly feel like people share too much of their personal lives on there. I just think we should keep it to business. I obviously love BYU football. It's so fun to talk about it. But some of the posts I see on LinkedIn about BYU football, I'm like, this is a business platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know how this is, benefiting you.
Yeah.
So are you still on LinkedIn?
Well, yeah, because guess what, girlfriend? I'm in corporate.
Yeah, I'm still on LinkedIn.
Catch me on LinkedIn.
I mean, I'm on it. Like, do you use it though?
I literally have never once made a post. And whenever I switch jobs, I make it private so no one can see it because I don't need everyone to say, congrats.
Yeah.
You know, if I am being devil's advocate, I would say the one thing that I still use LinkedIn for that I like appreciate is like students from the place I went to college will like reach out to me for like mentorship stuff.
Cute.
And that like I'm like, I actually, because it does feel like
totally
some, I don't know, like if they're sliding into your Instagram DMs, it's like, are you going to see it? It's like a little weird, but it's like someone messaging you on LinkedIn, like, oh, I actually think your job is so like, can I learn more about it?
Yeah, cute.
That's the only part of LinkedIn where I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
okay, also though, I did get my job off of LinkedIn.
Really?
Yeah, like there are benefits.
Okay, I've never heard of like
they have like a job board.
Yeah, no, I know. I know
that.
So you know.
It's like Indeed.
Girl, I know about job boards.
I know about
Wait, so there's job board? Hey, so can I talk to your hiring manager?
No, I knew that they
not that being our whole last job.
I feel like maybe this is a hot take. I have literally maybe one time gotten a job like applying online. It just seems like it's hard to do because it seems like your network is so much more important.
You definitely have to like connect with someone at the company.
And
like
it's
if
like,
you just
again with the balance of like, yes, it's so amazing that we have this technology, but like all these messages are not a person. So
and the job market is
that's cool
hard.
that you got your job off LinkedIn.
Yes, it was from a recruiter. So she reached out to me. So it wasn't like anything like me go
okay.
apply for a job. It was just like, hey. She was from Brazil. I had to say hi, of course.
Yeah.
It worked out. I get to work with her and she's fantastic.
Love.
You know, it's honestly probably like any other form of social media. Like there's pros and cons.
Yes,
and they just
people who love it, people
totally.
who don't like it.
Just use it for your pros.
That's how it goes.
You know what else is interesting as a woman is friendship dynamics. Like, I know that I already talked about this, but I feel like I grew up with only brothers. And then I
didn't know
lived, so I'm just like literally a boy at heart. It's fine. But maybe this is why I struggle settling into my femininity. But then like living with my teammates all through college and like that was my main friend group. There was no drama. Like people would say girl drama and I like didn't resonate. I like didn't understand. And then when I graduated college and I moved in with what we called like at the time muggles, people who like weren't student athletes in college, which is such a anyways, I was like, oh, this is what people are talking about.
Yeah.
And I remember my first like friend breakup I went through or like it was so hard for me. I like literally thought that I was like, I'm a terrible person.
It might be worse than a boy breakup.
I think
it might be worse.
It's hard.
It is hard.
So sad.
It's really hard. Yeah.
Have you guys both gone through like as women friend breakups or like drawing boundaries with friends? Maybe that's just me.
I've been really lucky that I haven't like in a long time, probably in like 10 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I've been really lucky that way,
like
but
5 years
I
ago
think
for me.
I think I definitely did like when I was in high school and when I was in middle school, and it's devastating.
Hard.
It's devastating.
That's the only one I've ever been through.
And
ever.
after college?
Yeah. Was that one. And I just remember, I think it is harder in a lot of ways than like a breakup.
Oh yeah. It
Just
definitely
because-
stings different.
Yeah. And I think it's like this weird, I mean, I think boy or girl, it's like being, you know, conscientious of the people you keep around you and the people that
Totally.
like influence you in your life. But I don't know. How
Yeah.
do you guys like establish healthy, and it's probably different because you're both married. I don't know.
Mhm.
But how do you like establish healthy boundaries in relationships? Because I actually just learned this from Zach being on my podcast that it's like healthy relationships always have boundaries.
Yeah.
Like it's not
Period.
like healthy relationships don't.
Yeah, period. I feel like you helped me learn a
Me?
lot. Yeah, I feel like you helped me learn a lot about friendship and just like you were such a good friend to me. You met me again at the worst time of my life. And you were such a good friend to me. So what I want you to answer that.
Well, this is interesting because I have been given a gift, which I know comes from God, to just be friends with a lot of different types of people.
Period.
I love it. And it's one of my favorite things about myself. But at the same time, sometimes it's really hard because I do struggle sometimes with that boundary
Yeah.
to where I'm spending time, a lot of time with people who I feel like I'm giving everything to and I'm not getting that in return.
Thing.
And then sometimes I feel a little bit burnt out. Like I'm
Mhm.
just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm not spending time with my actual friends who do give me everything that they have. Right.
Mm.
But I think that friendships are some of the most important things.
Mhm.
Right. Like I have my husband. He's my absolute best friend of all time. My little baby boy. Like we are going to be besties.
Mhm.
But on top of that, I need girls in my
Totally.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
You know, I need people who will also shoot it straight with me and tell me when I'm being out of line. Tell me when I'm being extreme. Tell me when I'm being too intense, you know.
Well, that's a good friend.
It's a great friend,
Mhm.
you know. And I think just establishing friendships where you are open with them and say, hey, like just a heads up, like you were very out of line by saying that. And how do you establish that boundary? Just by being upfront and honest
Yeah.
from the get-go.
Mhm.
Right.
And I think friendships in your 20s are really hard because you're all at such a different stage in your life. So
yeah.
it's hard to find people who are respectful of your time when maybe like you literally can't. Like for me, like I would say like in my marriage, quality time is like a big thing for us,
Mm.
especially because my husband travels so much for work. Like if there's an opportunity for me to hang out with brands, like I'm hanging out with brands and I'm not hanging out with his friends or my friends. Like we're together. I think that's really important in our relationship. But some advice I would give to other people is finding friends who also appreciate the value of having identity within themselves outside of female friendships and outside of a relationship. Like I'm obsessed with that. I'm obsessed with having an identity outside of my marriage and outside of my female friendships. And that also requires time, you know? And a lot of my friends are like that too. Like Corinne is very active. I know she values that time. Like she did a half Ironman. She obviously needed that time and that's how she filled her cup. And that's how she like is feeding her identity and like what's important to her. And like it would suck if you had a friend that didn't understand that, you know, or a husband that didn't understand that. So I think like finding people that have a really good sense of their identity and understanding that takes time and that boundary of having time needs to be respected both ways.
Amen. I think when any relationship becomes too codependent,
Yeah.
you get into some rocky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even with like the best of intentions. Because I relate a lot to what you say. I feel like I used to really struggle being a people pleaser and I have worked on it through therapy so much. But it's like,
Yes.
no, we love therapy. Everyone should go to therapy. But it's hard where you just like love everybody so much and you just like want to be there for everyone. And then sometimes you get home and you're like, wow, I am so empty.
Yeah.
It's a tricky balance. But I do love what you said about identity. I think that is key.
Do you love therapy?
I love therapy. Finding the right therapist is so important.
Okay.
It's so. Do either of you go to therapy?
I have like this half love hate with therapy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I will say I really didn't like therapy until I found my therapist I have now. Because I need to be called out. Like I need to be called out and said that my like thinking patterns are not correct. Like I need someone who isn't gonna just be like, oh, that's awesome. And that's my therapist. Like she'll be like, that's wrong. And I'm like, okay, tell me why.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me more.
Yeah. Have you ever been to therapy?
I haven't.
Oh, okay. Gee.
I feel actually kind of like I have been though, because I connect very closely with God, and I feel like He tells me everything I need to know.
I think
That's
you might be
cool.
a therapist is actually what it is.
You
I
could
think
be a
you
therapist.
might be.
Thank you.
the
You could
Really
be.
kind. But I've definitely been open to the idea, and I know that there's probably going to be a time in my life where I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go check this out. You know,
Yeah.
right now I'm great.
Yeah.
But you know, maybe this baby comes and I'm like, holy smokes.
You need.
Yeah.
I need some help.
I think
Yeah.
everyone should go to therapy and
I think
experience it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think like where it was really toxic in my life is like I found myself leaving those appointments like thinking about that hour for 2 weeks. And
Really?
obsessing
Yeah.
over that like I didn't really find that helpful. So I had to kind of experiment with some different types of therapy.
Yes.
What was best for me, because I was like, I'm just talking about this and you're bringing up points that are making me even more sad. So I'm going to go be sad for 3 weeks.
And I think there's different forms, like what you're saying, like working out or like even like EMDR type, like there's so many different types.
Or just like, I'm like a big meditator now. Like,
Good
like
for
the older I
you.
get, I'm just like turning into like the weirdest hippie.
I
like,
have
that's
never
worked
been able to
way
get into
better for me.
meditation, but I
Come to
want
my house.
I
Okay.
want to.
Yeah, we'll meditate.
I'll be there.
We'll meditate.
Please.
I feel like my brain is too loud. Like I don't know how to get it to.
That's like why you need to do it.
I know.
Like it's such a, like when you like learn how to do you in a yoga live? Anyone?
I try to do yoga, but it is so hard.
It is hard.
Kass, you're like a little ballerina princess.
Yeah.
And I feel that yoga is so fitting for you.
Yeah, it does feel like dance. It's just a little form of dance.
Me
it
and
does
Corinne
feel
are
like
like
dance.
running Ironmans.
You're training for Ironman.
That sounds like prison
yoga.
to me.
See, and like yoga to me,
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't think of anything much worse.
Yeah.
It's so
stretchy.
hard.
But honestly, I guess like they're probably similar in a way that like you're
they for
battling this mental
sure.
battle, because that's how I feel in yoga. Like
I
or
will say-
meditating, you're battling like your mind.
Yeah.
And like me running.
Kass, you'd be a beautiful runner.
You would.
Come
You'd
on.
be like a gazelle.
I know she would be. She'd just be like,
She'd just be like
galloping.
prancing.
I would
Yeah.
rather like do 3 high fit classes than run.
We had a trauma like yoga instructor on here, and it was so interesting because she talked about like the stress that your body
I watched
holds.
that. I loved that one.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's amazing. So after I talked to her, I was like, okay, I have to go try this.
You can let's go together.
I would love to, because
think you
I
would
went
love
to a
it.
yoga class and everyone was doing finger stands, and I was like, I'm not.
What's a finger stand?
They like hold their
Yeah.
whole body up just on their fingertips.
My fingers would be broke.
I couldn't do it.
I'm
And I was like, I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna try.
Would not
These
last.
nails are not meant to finger.
These-
stand.
And you know how there's like those things that I feel like they're like not embarrassing, but they're embarrassing.
Totally.
That is yoga for me. I don't know. It's
You're
like
so
the same as
hot.
like being starving on a date.
I would love to watch you.
That's
do
like
yoga.
embarrassing to me for some reason.
You're starving on a date. That is
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing.
You're hangry.
Or like your stomach
You're
rumbling
yelling.
in public.
Okay,
It's like
the
also
stomach
embarrassing.
rumbling on dates.
It's embarrassing.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. You have
I
to
feel like
literally have to.
I've
You
been-
know what? The whole time.
I feel like I've been with like I have been with the same man for going on 8 years, and I'm still embarrassed when my stomach rumbles. It's just
right?
embarrassing.
Couldn't be me.
It's
Just wait
so
till
embarrassing.
pregnancy. You're not gonna be embarrassed about anything.
You're like, hey, do you want to hear me fart? Here,
yeah, sorry, not getting off the couch today.
3, 2,
Love
1.
you.
Here I
Love
go.
you. Sorry.
I'll be here till further notice.
Yeah. You know what also I feel like is embarrassing, but without needing to be, is like yawning on dates.
Yeah.
I agree. Why
my
is
gosh,
yawning just embarrassing?
know.
Period.
I also feel like
know.
I yawn so much and I'm not tired. Do you ever feel like that?
And then you like feel bad because
I
you're like
feel
acting
it
like you're
feels
bored.
good. Like it feels good to yawn.
Or when you're bored, you just yawn.
Yeah. But I'm like, I'm not going to go to bed. Like I'm good.
Yeah.
But I'm yawning.
You know what else? Sneezing.
I love to sneeze.
My
live
coworkers, they count my sneezes.
My guilty pleasure is sneezing.
Apparently, Corinne's guilty pleasure is Diet Coke, which isn't a guilty pleasure.
It is
Crazy.
It's really just not. Okay, I also remember talking back to our relationship dating days. You told me a story one time of like the day you said bye to your ex forever was the day you met your husband, right?
What?
Isn't that crazy?
What?
That's so crazy. Because I feel like that is such a good example of like letting the ex go.
And this might make me sound a little bit crazy, but I needed that experience to let him go.
Really?
I needed to meet Tanner.
Yeah.
I needed for one chapter to close and the other to open in the exact same day because God knows that I could not do it myself.
Yeah. God, can you know that for me?
He said, hey,
he does.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I got you. Here's your husband.
Yeah.
And we made it.
Aww.
But no, it's crazy. It's just crazy because I never ever thought that would happen. I'm getting out of the most toxic, gross relationship of my whole life.
Period.
And then walking into the most celestial, beautiful relationship of my whole life.
Hot.
Do you feel like you did anything like to be ready for that? Or do you think, because I hear like both sides. Like I hear some people be like, you have to be, XYZ to be that. And then I have other people who are like, I didn't do anything. Like it just.
Oh my gosh.
Which I actually appreciate that perspective, honestly.
Yeah. Like I was not ready.
I don't like this idea that you have to like earn it.
Oh my gosh. Ew.
You know what I struggle with recently?
How could you?
I know.
How do you know? How would you know?
I don't know.
And I feel like I get the same thing, the same response from a lot of my single friends is I need to prepare to meet my husband. I need to really work on myself right now. Tanner met me when I was the most broken I have ever been.
Yeah.
And I was the most vulnerable that I had ever been. And I think that's why it worked out. It's because I needed the man.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about earlier.
I could say the same about my husband. I think I was like in a really weird spot and he was my husband, you know?
Yeah.
And I also could say the same that I needed to meet him to like move on from somebody else.
Totally.
Which is weird because you still have love for somebody else, but that's like your everlasting love. And that's a weird transition too. So yeah, I think that's really toxic to think like you have to
it's power like
earn or like work towards
I think
love.
It comes though because when people like really want, a partnership and they don't have it, your brain naturally tries to fill in the gaps of like, okay, I want this and I'm like working hard at it and it's not coming. So I must be missing something, doing something wrong. Right. Yeah. And it's obviously different for everyone, but I love that both of you are in that place because I think a lot of people, I get the question from this podcast all the time. Like, how do I stay motivated in dating? Mm-hmm. And I think there's a lot of different sides to that, but I think part of it is just like embracing where you are. Like if you're in a phase where you don't want to date a lot, that's okay. You could still meet someone that you're going to date. If you're in a phase where you want to date a lot, that's awesome. Maybe you'll meet him that way.
I also think like if I could go back, dating is, yes, it's like horrible and horrendous. There's probably so many parts of it that I would genuinely die if I had to do it again. Like I would. However, there are so many parts of dating that like the funniest things that have ever happened to me were when I was dating. So like I would just have so much fun. I would go on a date with anybody. I really would.
I love that.
Like when I was in college, I was like the Bachelorette. Like I was dating anybody and I had so much fun. So just like chill out maybe.
Yeah.
How about calm your nervous system? And just have fun.
Oh, breathe.
And just, breathe. You never know how it's going to come.
Because then like your worst dating stories become like so funny.
Oh my gosh. Like I love to share my worst dating
tell
stories.
Tell them. Both of you tell them.
Oh my gosh.
Tell one.
I don't feel I can say.
You don't have to say the name. Don't say the name.
I don't even remember mine.
Mine was back in high school. It's been a long time. It was for a dance. And this kid had never been on a date before. Oh, and he was so cute.
That's
he
quite
asked me to a dance.
Yeah.
Obviously, I said yes. But the whole day it was just like we went to the lake and his sandwich was soggy because the ice melted, and then he got sunburnt and was complaining about it all day, and it was like freezing cold, and we were driving a convertible. Driving a convertible. He choked on his dinner and was in the bathroom for 25 minutes. And then at the dance, it was just a cute little dancer. He danced like this the whole time. Like it was just like funny.
Like, I feel like
really
funny.
funny.
Best memories.
But like I remember that day. I was just like, I'm going to remember this forever.
Yeah.
And, you know,
right.
no romantic interest at all, but we had so much fun.
Yeah.
And I love to look back at it now.
Yeah.
Because it's just like fun.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's a cute story.
I love that.
That wasn't that bad, but let's keep it.
Yeah.
PG.
Yeah.
With your husband's, like, do we believe in love at first sight?
No.
Was it slow burn?
No. I mean,
I feel like I know a little bit more of your story with Tanner. I don't know. I mean,
gosh, Kass is feisty. You think it's a slow burn? She's like, Brats, get over here.
I mean, unfortunately, I've quite literally only ever been love bombed because I believe that's the way I'm supposed to be treated.
I love that.
And it was definitely not like love bomb, but like I met Branson and I told him I wanted his kids on our first date. Like I was like obsessed with him and I was very straightforward about it. And he was obviously, the feelings were mutual. So it happened like quick, even though we didn't get married we dated for almost 3 years before we got married.
Oh, it's awesome.
But we definitely like knew it was love, but it was not love at first sight. But I also knew my husband in high school, into the same high school.
Oh, fun.
I'm his cougar mama, older than him.
I love that
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. So
Go Cougs.
Go
go
Cougs.
Cougs. Go Cougs.
Quite literally
What's
go
the
Cougs.
What's I don't know.
She goes like this.
What's the sign?
I went to Dixie
Go
State
Cougars.
back when he was Dixie State.
Go Aggies.
Go Aggies. Are you an Aggie girl?
I'm an Aggie. Yeah.
Cute.
Go Aggies.
Cute.
Corinne's like, please.
What?
Just
I
kidding.
love the Aggies.
I love the
Love the
Aggies.
Aggies.
Too.
My whole family graduated.
My whole
from
family
Just
graduated.
Oh, no
Aggies.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love them.
Cute.
How do you guys like being married? Do you guys like, were you guys trying to have kids? Were you ready to have kids?
Oh, I love
How
this
do you know?
question.
I know. It's like, how do you know? Do you ever feel ready for that?
Oh, no. You'll never feel ready, but I do feel very ready. Ever since I was a really little girl, have wanted to be a mom.
Yeah.
It's been like anytime they said, write down your dream job, a mom.
You have.
And it's been that way my whole life, even in high school. What do you want to do when you grow up? I want to be a mom. And so Tanner and I met and we dated for 2 years before we got married. We've now been married for almost 2 years. And right when we met, I said, hey, like my goal is to be a stay-at-home mom. That's what I want. That's my dream.
Aww.
And he said, great. Like I would love to give that to you.
Aww.
That's how I knew like this one's for me. He's totally supportive of me staying at home with my kids and raising these kiddos.
Yeah.
And so we knew that we wanted a big family, but Tanner's playing college football, obviously. And I didn't want to have kids while he's playing college football because I travel all the away games. It's really busy, really hectic. I didn't want to put that pressure on him. So we knew that we were going to start trying during his senior season. And luckily we got pregnant and didn't have any issues. I feel so blessed because I know a lot of people do. But like, we're just so excited to start our family.
I'm so excited.
That's
for you.
amazing.
And Tanner's going to be the best dad ever.
Yeah,
I'm like stoked.
You guys are going to
see
be
him as
phenomenal
dad.
parents.
It's going to be fun.
I think that goes a little bit back to what we were saying earlier. Like, I love that you were just like, I just want to be a mom. Because I have friends on both sides of the spectrum, but I think that a lot of people who want to be moms feel like they almost can't say that in this day and age. Like, they're like, oh, I have to be this like girl boss, all the things.
Sad.
And it's like, no, if you want to do that, do that.
Even
And say
today, we had a new executive join our team. And she said, what's your goal like here at our company? What do you want? What's your career going to look like? And I said, I want to be a mom.
Aww.
And she said, well, you're going to be a mom. Outside of that, what do you want? And I said, look, I want to be a mom.
I'm glad you said
like
that.
that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Whatever other career opportunities come along the way, fantastic.
Great.
That's my goal.
You're going to be a wag. Well, you're a wag. So you're a wag mom. That's your career.
Yes.
Cute.
But there's power in that and just like owning what you want. Whatever
Even at
that
the
is.
workplace.
Yeah. Like not giving people
Don't
answers
be
you think they want to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah.
I know. And I bet there was someone in there that really appreciated that you said that.
Oh, 100%.
That also just because I also think like no one gets to be a stay-at-home mom anymore. I don't have any friends that get to be a stay-at-home mom because life is so expensive right now.
It is.
I bet there's so many people in there that are like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I want to be a stay-at-home mom too.
Yeah.
What about you, Kass?
I have always wanted to be a mom, but I definitely have been like so scared, like more scared than like anybody I've met. And I don't really know why. And I think a lot of it has to do with my health I'm a type 1 diabetic.
Mm.
And yeah, I just like have had to like experience a lot of things. And I think I had FOMO in a sense that I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do this and this and this. I was like this when I got married too. Like my husband was like, are we ever going to get married? And I was like, but I need to do this and this and this before I get married. And then I need to do this and this and this before I have kids. And I'm so excited about that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's been harder for me to, I don't know, just like dive into that. Like I'm
Which is totally
inspired. I'm
okay.
inspired.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I first met you, like you wanted to be a mom so bad. And I obviously want to be a mom too, but like I've just something about I think pregnancy, honestly, which is so
Yes.
weird.
No,
it's
because
it's
like
not.
I promise
because
it
like
is not.
mine with like my niece and my nephew, and like I'm like, oh, give me a newborn. Like I love babies.
Yeah.
Give me a toddler. Like it wasn't even that part of it. It was
Yeah.
it was pregnancy
No, that's real.
specific. I
Beauty
don't know
standards
why.
for women are obviously ridiculous. And
Yeah.
I think we hold ourselves to really high, just frankly, unachievable standards as
Yeah.
women. And I think there's something about pregnancy, like losing some
Yeah.
aspects of control, like
Uh-huh.
of your body.
And
It
just like
freaks me out.
internally, like I'm just a little feisty. And just internally, like what it does to your hormones and your emotions. Like
Yeah.
I sometimes hear my friends or family talk about their experiences. And I'm like, well, geez, I don't know if
Yes.
I'd like to go through that.
How do you, like, how are we feeling, Corinne?
Oh, like interesting you ask right now. I have cried more than I ever have.
Yeah.
Ever. I cry about everything. I was watching Beast games last night and I was crying. Literally Beast games, you guys. Like, what is wrong with me?
If Mr. Beast is watching this, let me style you. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
However, that being said, it is also such a spiritual experience.
Yeah, I bet.
Mhm.
I bet. I can't
Oh, I
wait.
can't
Am
even
I
imagine.
struggling because my butt is huge now? Yeah.
Your butt looks great.
And I just feel like I'm like putting on weight in really hard places for me.
Yeah.
But that being said, I absolutely love to just like know that I have a human being inside of me.
It's crazy.
And I don't actually care about my health right now.
Mhm.
I need this baby boy to be healthy.
Mhm.
Right. And I've like already feel like this responsibility to make sure that he is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like
Totally.
when you think about that, you like actually grow a human being inside of you. And that's how we all
Oh, it's amazing.
got
Right.
here.
It's amazing.
How do you not believe in God? Like,
Women.
straight up.
I know.
Women.
Like women are amazing.
Unreal.
I know. My mom had gestational diabetes with every kid, which
Mhm.
obviously
Sad.
no, I mean but like way back in the day when she was having kids, we did like the technology and just wasn't the same. And so I remember
I can
like
imagine.
the way she navigated that when
Yeah.
I was little, hearing
Totally.
her about that, I was always just like, that sounds awful. And now that I get to see so many of my friends like be pregnant and having babies and becoming mamas, I think that you kind of like tap into this, I don't know, just hearing you talk about how you have to make sure your baby boy is healthy. Like
Mhm.
it's amazing what
Yeah.
women
Yeah.
can do.
It also
Period.
like you take out all of the selfish wants and needs.
Mhm.
Wow.
It goes all into
Yeah.
your family,
Mhm.
your kid.
Yeah.
Like I already feel this like transition in my mind. It's no longer what do I need?
Mhm.
What do I want? It's
Yeah.
what does this baby need? What does this baby want?
Yeah.
Like that's beautiful. That is why God wants us to have children,
Period.
Yeah.
because he wants us to forget about ourselves
Yeah.
and serve his children.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a great opportunity. Like I'm stoked about it.
That's amazing.
That's so fun
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
exciting.
That is fun. Maybe you could give me some advice because I mean, I'm so excited to have kids. Like
You're gonna
I'm
be
gonna have kids.
amazing
I'm gonna be a
mom.
mom. But I think like the part that's been hardest for me is like I picture my pregnant self just like doing pregnant things and being pregnant. However, like I feel like type 1 diabetes is borderline a mental illness because on the outside, like I'm living a normal life, but in reality, like it feels like my second job that I'm monitoring literally all day, every day, all throughout the night. I've actually like related it a lot to having a baby. Like it
Totally.
already feels like my little baby that I'm gonna have to take care of the rest of my life. And I think like I just wish I could be pregnant and deal with these body changes and deal with these mental changes and just for 9 months, like not have to worry about this other thing. And like, yeah, you have to be so careful with the internet because then I start like researching all this stuff and it's just it's all negative. It's like no one's having a good experience. So it's just scared me so bad, you know, that I'm like, I wish I could just like put that on pause and just be pregnant and eat a donut. But like, oh my gosh, eating a donut looks so different for me that like, and then pregnant, that looks even harder, you know, like, and I think I've like had to accept that. Like, I think you have to accept a lot when you get pregnant. You accept that everything's going to change. You kind of have to be type B about everything. Yeah. Like you don't get to plan anything. You don't get a say on how it goes. So I think like I've accepted that it's going to look different and it's going to be a high risk situation for me no matter what. But yeah, maybe what's your advice for me?
Well, I went into this pregnancy thinking I'm going to be the most fit lady ever.
You are.
See, but Kass, I ran a half Ironman earlier this year. What have I done since then? Like, since I've been pregnant, I've been to the gym maybe 5 times. Yeah. And like, that's hard for me.
Oh, I know.
Like, she's
a freak.
Yeah.
She's a freak.
That's
about
where
it.
I feel like every time I went to the gym, you were there no matter what time of day, no matter what gym.
Catch me there 3 times a day.
Yeah.
If my husband's playing football, I'll go to the gym.
Yeah.
And this is really just like shaking my world. Like, I'm like, whoa. Like, I don't even feel good enough to put my workout clothes on.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't even feel like I have the energy to even lift a weight.
Yeah.
And it's been really hard on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think every woman goes through different things, you know, like I talk to people. I have some friends who are pregnant. They're like, oh, I'm great. Like, I've never felt better.
I know.
And it's hard for me to go home and be like,
no, literally, I can't.
Well, one of my friends who's pregnant, she just had her baby, told me that the equivalent to being pregnant every day is like running a marathon every single day with the amount of energy that your body expends, which is crazy because after I ran a marathon, like every time after, I'm like down for days.
No, yeah. I don't want to train for anything for another year.
No, yes. I'm not doing anything for another year.
I'll just be walking. You know, the next 3 months.
I'll be crawling.
Yeah. I mean, my first trimester was really hard for me. Second trimester, everyone's like, it gets easier. It's been really hard.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm sick.
Really? You're still sick?
I'm just really sick. And now like I'm going through this time where my husband's obviously training for the NFL draft. He's living far away. That's hard emotionally for me.
I'm going to come over.
Please,
we're going to ambush.
We're going to sleep.
If you're listening to this, come over to my house. And like sleep over.
Please.
But like I said earlier, it's no longer about me.
Yeah.
Right. I've hit that time of my life where I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Even if my body changes, it's for something that's going to change my life forever.
Yeah. Yeah. And can I just make an announcement? Like, we don't have to be hot every single day of our lives.
No.
Why do we all feel like we need to be so hot every day?
No,
like is it weird that like I'm excited to be pregnant and be like, this is my time?
No, it's true.
To not be hot. Like I don't.
Yes.
I'm going to Adam Sandler. I'm going to really milk into that character.
I mean,
I'm not interested.
Wearing some real baggy clothes today. I had my makeup in the car. I thought about putting it on. No, I don't feel like putting my makeup on. I'm not going to put my makeup on today.
Yeah.
I just like, why wouldn't you just double down on your 9-month pregnancy journey and just enjoy your life?
Yep. I had a friend tell me, it was on this podcast, she was like, the least important thing about you or the least exciting thing about you is the way that you look.
Yeah.
And that has like stuck.
I know. Also, did you see the TikTok that was like, have you ever thought about someone's body or like someone's face? Like after you have it in her,
you're like, they have a pimple.
Like, have you ever like left
left
a situation and you're thinking about someone's face?
Right?
No,
it's true.
Or body. No.
Like, and I think that that's a really, because we marinate on it when you have a pimple, these things, right? You're like, everybody's looking at it. And it's like, no, the least important thing about me is the way that I look. Like, you don't even know the best parts of me. Like my personality, my hopes, my dreams, the things that actually make me has nothing to do with the way that I look.
Period.
This is what is so wrong about our society and social media.
Yeah.
when are you actually getting to know that person on the other side of that screen?
I know.
Especially like dating apps and
Oh
stuff,
my
which I know
gosh.
dating apps serve a really good purpose.
Yeah.
I know lots of friends have been married from them. But when you think about dating apps at like their core, it was so interesting. So my mom, she recently got remarried a few months ago.
Yes, which is so
cute.
exciting.
They're the best couple ever. But it was really interesting. My mom, we put her on a little dating app and it was fascinating to watch her because she had never had any experience with that, right? And to like watch her engage with that and experience so many of the feelings that like we have, where she was like, oh, this is just all like
So new.
surface and it's
Yeah.
hard. And I remember like I wanted to just put her in this little like bubble wrap of just
Yeah.
like it's
Totally.
it's okay, like
Yeah.
it's normal, I promise. And she ended
Yeah.
up being on it for like a whole, I don't know, 4 weeks before she met her husband. So I'm like, go off. But
Okay.
yeah, it
That's cute.
was crazy watching her like go through that. And I don't know.
I actually might change my dating advice to like stop putting such an emphasis on the way people look, because the apps are outrageous. Like to judge someone strictly based, like I'm so sorry. I know they work for some people, but like I'm so
It's
against the dating
hard.
app, because let me just tell you, like again, me and Brand's going on 8 years.
Yeah.
If you could like see, if I walked in like 8 years ago, I look completely different. So does my husband. Like the way you will change so much physically.
Totally.
He's seen me fat. He's seen me like blonde. He's seen me like the eyelash extension era, the spray tan era. Like I like have been like 4 different versions of me.
Seeing it
you
all.
know, like
Yeah.
it just doesn't, it just is so irrelevant. Like when you've been with someone for a long time, like that
guys feel like-
cannot be the first thing you lead with.
Do you guys feel like you had like types before?
Oh, I
Getting
was
married?
going to ask you.
Does
this,
your
like-
husband match?
The furthest from my type that you
Really?
could ever find. I was into dark features, tall and lanky, like so lanky.
Uh-huh.
Tanner
So
looks like a
lanky.
Greek god.
Emphasis on the length.
Like his muscle, yeah. His muscles, like I'd never dated a man with muscles before.
Ooh,
Also, he's like,
fun time.
Tanner, I love you for listening to this. He's so blonde and so white. Like his skin is just like,
Hey,
you could look right through him.
us white people have.
I'm so
But I'm
white
not-
right now. I know.
And I think he's
What about
hot.
Brant's?
I would say Branson is definitely like my type,
Okay.
but I really, really wanted to date like a black guy.
Yeah.
Like that was like my dream.
That's
and so
awesome.
when I say that, he like laughs because obviously he's Caucasian.
Yeah.
But I really also could get down with the length, and Branson's 6'4".
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, what like I guess especially
What's
for
your
you,
type?
Corinne,
Yeah.
like
No,
What's your
oh,
type?
guys, guys,
She
guys,
tries to go
guys.
next
She's like,
Well, I'm curious because this is advice I need. How did you sidestep like dating someone where like you're not my type at all? Because I think that is a huge roadblock for so
Everything.
many people.
Nothing's
Including
permanent,
me.
babe. Nothing is permanent.
Yeah.
Like you could fix it. You call me. You could. You could
Have you
make
seen like
something.
the girlfriend effect TikToks? Those are
Yes.
wild.
Yes, the girlfriend effect's real.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, and
Do you feel like it was hard for you though, or was it just like you loved him so much as a human being, it just almost didn't matter?
I have never once thought about it since I met Tanner. Like our personalities went along so well. We met at the bowling alley.
cute.
Like it was just so natural
That's so
that
fun.
like,
Wait, I thought you met at a wedding reception.
well, we met first at the bowling alley, saw each other at a friend's wedding reception,
Oh, cute.
invited him to St. George. The rest is history.
Cute.
But like it was so natural that I didn't even think like, oh, he doesn't have dark features.
That's
you know?
awesome.
And then the way he dresses, I mean, that's been a work in progress since the day I met him. But Tanner dresses so great now.
That's awesome.
And even he can be like,
because of you.
Corinne's bedazzling his clothes. Before.
I'm always bedazzling for him. No, but it doesn't just come from me, because a lot of it is like, he'll be like, does this look good? Like, do you like
Oh,
this?
that's cute. He
love that.
values
And
your opinion.
yeah,
Just
I feel like,
partnership.
yeah,
Yeah.
he
I'm-
becomes more attractive every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. No, you know what's interesting? I was talking to our friend Jenna about
Yeah.
this types, and we were like saying how we feel like oftentimes girls will mirror their type, like either after like their dad or their older brother. Not always, but it's like sometimes you're like, no. One thing I am curious though is both of you guys dated your now husbands for like long periods of time in like Utah terms, which I actually think like everyone's different, but I feel like I would probably be pretty similar. Like, what were your guys' thoughts on dating for a longer period before you got engaged?
How long were
We dated for 2 years.
You were 2 years. You were like 3,
almost 3, yeah.
right?
I just think for my personality and my personal life and the things I have been through, that was a big necessary thing to date someone for a long time. I just also think like there's just so much to cover when you're about to make that. That's the biggest decision you ever make. Like, I just am very much pro dating someone for a good amount of time and really getting to know them. I don't think you can know someone long enough in 6 months and know everything about them to commit to forever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's me and like I said, I've been through stuff that has made me that way. But for like my husband's parents, for example, they dated for, I think, like a couple months. And then some of their kids, some of my brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws dated for a year, less than a year. And that was like so crazy to me. But they had this amazing example of their parents who did the same. So I think it's kind of person dependent, obviously. But I'm very much pro like experiencing the good and the bad in a lot of different situations before committing to forever, because it is a really big commitment, especially when you haven't lived with them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like I can't imagine like shortening that time with Branson and then like living with him. Cause I feel like my experience like moving in with him was like meeting a whole nother person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And being intimate with him. And
like
those are things we didn't, we never went through. So
yeah.
What do you think?
I have some serious trust issues just in life. And so I always knew I wanted to date my future husband for a while. I didn't know how long that was. It was definitely going to be at least a year. But my parents dated for 5 years.
Same.
So,
my parents dated for 5 years.
Yeah. So that's just kind of what I grew up knowing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Was like you really spend time getting to know this person before you jump into that. But also Tanner and I had so much fun dating.
Oh my gosh.
I
you
think
miss
that is
dating your
so
husband?
good.
It was so fun.
I miss it so much.
Like it was fun to be like, okay, you gotta go home now.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes I make Branson like, I'm like, just pick me up. Like, just knock on the door.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many things that are so fun about it. Oh my gosh.
It was fun, and I knew that we were gonna have the rest of eternity together, right?
Oh my
like
gosh.
it's not just our time here on earth. Like we are gonna be together forever.
Yeah.
So 2 years, like that seems like such little time.
Yeah.
I would have dated him longer.
Me too.
I love that though, because then you embrace where you're at. Like embrace the engagement stage.
Yeah.
Embrace like all of the
yeah. Oh my
things.
gosh. When you're engaged and like getting married, it's like such a fun time in your life. Like milk it
so
out.
fun.
Milk it out as long as you can.
Well, and people, especially I think in the Utah culture, are like, oh my gosh, like you can't be engaged for longer than 3 months. Like it's so hard. No, it is so fun.
Oh my gosh.
And you
It's
can.
so fun.
Yeah.
Like it's just fun to be engaged. It's fun to be a fiance. It's fun to plan your wedding and figure
So
all that
fun.
out.
I think when you're in like the dating world mindset, you think of marriage almost as like this finish line where it's like literally a
gosh.
starting line, right?
Just begins.
I know we could have like a whole new podcast episode on like marriage dynamics and partnership, but like biggest piece of advice of having like a strong partnership with your husband in marriage.
I'm going to give Tanner all of the credit for this because he's taught me this. Tanner's the most consistent person I know. And that's in everything, emotionally, physically, intellectually, socially, very consistent. And that's exactly what I needed. And so my advice is to be consistent with your partner, be consistent in showing up for them in whatever way they need you to show up. If your partner's crying, be consistent in the way that you console them so it feels like a comfortable place.
Oh yeah.
Like there's just a lot of things that can be so beneficial when you're consistent with your partner. And I feel like it has helped us to just grow this beautiful relationship. We have problems. Of course we do. Everyone does. But those problems seem so small because I know that we can work through anything together.
Yeah.
Always.
I love that, especially how you were saying earlier, like your trust issues. Like I think that is such a cool like juxtaposition to that. Kass?
I'm not giving my husband the credit because I taught him this. Just kidding. Just kidding. Not really.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Brandon's
There is nothing wrong with that.
I taught him this. But I would say you grow together sometimes, and then sometimes you grow apart because you're constantly changing. And that's what makes life really beautiful, I think. And my advice would be to, one, accept that who you met at the beginning is going to change and that's going to look different. But to also like, I just feel like staying curious and like why they're changing, even if it's like maybe something you don't like getting to the why that is happening and like trying to understand, because I think that is what true love is someone who understands you. Yeah. Like love is thrown out and there's love all around, but like truly when someone like understands your mind and understands why you're changing and why you want to change or why you don't is real true love. So acceptance of change, knowing it's going to be hard, but also staying curious. Like you're constantly dating your spouse because they change.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah. When you think about it that way, though, I feel like it's easier to kind of grasp because when you think of yourself at the age that you got married or will get married, you're not thinking like, this is the version of myself I'll be forever.
And thank
goodness.
Thank goodness. And it's the same with your partner.
Yeah.
And I love that idea of like growing together and apart and like letting it ebb and flow sometimes because it makes it seem very consistent.
Yeah.
And not. So,
yeah. And I think something that's worked really well for me and my husband is I'm really passionate. My husband's really passionate. You yell at me, I'll yell at you like 40 times harder. Like you just like, I think that we would get really heated in the past. And like recently we've been the past couple of years, like swapping out like frustration or anger for like sadness. Cause that's actually really what it is. Like it's sad to be mad and to like fighting. Like obviously everyone has problems, but like that real main emotion is sadness. And when you look at it in like a sad light, a sad emotion, I think you're quicker to forgive, quicker to be softer, quicker to make up and get back on the same page and like move forward.
Yeah.
Quick to forgive.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anger is just
and it's a
hard.
Secondary emotion, which is crazy. Like it is the sadness.
And you can get like so addicted to being angry. I feel like I've done it.
No, that's totally. You and I have talked about this before. When I met Tanner, I was waiting for him to get riled up. I was waiting for him to just like come at me. Cause like that's what I was used to in past relationships was just like I'd be angry, they'd get angrier, and then I'd get angrier, and then it would just be like this fury. And like I'd be like frustrated with something that Tanner's doing. And he's like, Corinne, I'm sorry.
What?
And I'm like, you did not just say that. Like I was almost angry that he was just like so nonchalant. Like I apologize.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna fight me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really
changed my life.
Yes.
Amazing.
It is weird.
Amazing.
My past relationships, I like almost correlated anger with like passion in the relationship. And if something was calm, I'm like, so what's wrong?
Okay, but you almost crave it.
You do.
Yeah.
When you have that for so long, you almost crave it to the point where you're like, something's wrong with you. Why aren't you getting riled up?
Yes.
Like, sometimes even now, still, I have to tell Tanner, I really need you to react to this.
Oh, okay.
And then when his reaction's like, okay.
Okay.
Okay. What else? Well, how do you want me to react? I'm like, I don't know. Just react.
Just react.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need you to apologize right now. You should react.
Yeah.
But no, it's so healthy when you get to that point.
Yeah. Where it's like, oh, things are calm and not like we're not screaming at each other. It's actually
we don't have to go to 100% right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just doesn't benefit anything.
Yeah.
Like as much, like trust me, I love to scream at people. You need someone cuss me out. If you need someone cussed out, call me. But like it just doesn't get you anywhere, especially in your partnership.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I learned that the hard way.
I feel like we all have to learn that the hard way at some point. Unless maybe you're Tanner and just calm.
Yeah. Unless you're Tanner Wall.
Yeah.
You guys, they promise his poop stinks too. He has things. He has things, you know, but the man's perfect for me.
Yeah.
It's great.
I love you both so much. And I'm so grateful that you both truly are women who have inspired me in so many ways. And I appreciate you sharing that with everybody listening today. So
cute.
Parting words of advice from both y'all.
Oh, what?
You start, girlfriend.
Liv, I'm so happy to see you in your element.
You're so
First
nice.
I'm like so inspired by you. I think you're a great podcast host. You're beautiful, and I think about you a lot because I feel like you've been through so much.
You're gonna make me cry.
Very resilient. You're very resilient. I'm very honored to be your friend.
That's
very,
nice.
very lucky I got to meet you the way I did. First of all,
I'm so
first
glad
and foremost,
corporate America brought us all together.
Yeah, and my main advice for you is to just be Liv. If you get this life to be Liv, and Liv's a girl, be
Lives a
Liv.
girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
You
I say the phrase just a girl enough. I need to.
I have this love-hate with just a girl.
I know.
What do you mean just a girl?
A little out
girl,
now. Yeah.
You are everything to me. And you're even more powerful because you're a girl.
I love
and your little girl self would just lose her mind.
Thanks.
Saw you. And I love you. And I'm so proud of you.
I love you. That was so nice. And I think that's true, for every single person listening. Just double down on who you are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because that's really I know you've said it a few times, but I love you keep saying superpower because I'm that's where everybody's superpower lies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Corinne. Parting words of advice.
Well, first of all, thank you, Liv. This is impressive. And when you were talking about your dad, I was just thinking about imagine how your dad feels. You're doing God's work here.
Aww.
That was
and
so nice.
this is beautiful.
Yeah.
And you're not only pregnancy.
Aww.
You're not only impacting my life, Kass's life, but so many people who are listening. So thank you.
Yeah.
Gosh, my biggest word of advice is to just have fun.
Yeah.
We take life way too serious.
We do.
All the time. And I think the reason why us three get along so well is because when we're together, we have fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets juicy. Sometimes it's emotional. Sometimes it's just I cannot believe that just came out of Kass's mouth. It's just fun.
Yeah.
And that is what life is all about, is about having fun and building relationships with people and, just loving them. So
anger's a disease.
Yeah. Forget about yourself.
Opposite
and go
of anger.
have fun.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
Short.
Ugh, I love you both so much. And I hope that for every person who joined us for this little hour or so today could feel this contagious energy that both these women have. And what's the best way to connect with you guys? Instagram?
Yeah.
Because I know I'm everyone out here absolutely needs to connect with both of y'all. Tell me your Instagram handles.
At Corinne C. Wall.
And also,
I think
you have to follow Corinne on TikTok because all of your game day fits are everything.
I started to real struggle at the halfway through the season when I was pregnant, sick pregnant.
Aww.
No, they're
we need to get that
cute.
up and going again.
They're so cute.
I love.
Also, if anyone's listening to this and wants to be my friend, reach out to me.
Yeah, same saying. Well, because I think that it's so important to have women like you both. And so even if, all someone does is connect with you guys just through this podcast, I'm I hope that it brings a sense of camaraderie.
Yeah.
And that they're we're all out here just figuring it out day to time. That's the whole point of this podcast. Yeah. Okay. Your Instagram, do you know it?
Yeah. It's Kass_Lewis21. I didn't know if it was Kass or Cassandra. It's Kass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I love you both so much. And for those of you who are with us today, I hope that, you can take that and run with that, and that these women inspired you like they inspire me every day. So I am forever in your corner and forever cheering you on. And I will see you on the next episode of 20 Something.
Cute.
Yeah.